Most international students studying in the United States have thought at least once about an opportunity to get sponsored by an American company and work in the States. Based on the information found on USCIS website, there are currently 22 categories of temporary non-immigrant work visas. Today, I would like to share what I've learned about the H1B Visa and the opportunity it offers to international students studying in America such as myself. The H1B Visa is a temporary non-immigrant visa and it allows a foreign national to work in the United States. Each year, thousands of foreign workers become employed by American companies that are attempting to fill a position that requires special knowledge or education. The H1B visa is systematically designed to protect the American worker, which means there are a lot of safeguards, rules, and regulations regarding the process of applying. First of all, this visa can help companies hire foreign workers, but only for a position in a specialty occupation. This is defined as an occupation that requires theoretical and practical application of highly specialized knowledge and attainment of bachelor and higher degree in the specific field. This means companies cannot hire H1B workers to fill up entry-level positions. If you are searching for a sponsor or a job offer, multiple databases can help you in your search, and you can find links to these databases in the description below the video. These databases have information about employers who hired H1B workers in the past and are known for sponsoring workers. Often when we think of these companies, we think of big companies such as Google, Amazon, or Facebook. Before starting my research, I was familiar with the fact that some of these big companies hire foreign workers, but I wanted to explore an opportunity to get sponsored by a small business or a business in which I may have partial or complete ownership. In my research, I consulted with an HR expert, Laura Kuhn. Laura is a human capital management senior recruiter at WSVS Bank. With more than 15 years of experience in HR, Laura is familiar with the process of employing foreign workers on different visas, with H1B being one of them. While speaking with her, I wanted to find out what positions and occupations are the ones being filled by sponsored workers. In Laura's experience, WSVS Bank is usually employing foreign workers for tech positions since they are considered positions hard to fill. She explained to me that the company will pay for employees' legal fees as well as the other fees included in this process of applying for a visa. When asked if she noticed a change in the last couple of years related to H1B policies, Laura noted that USCIS has recently started asking for more evidence of job opportunity. She hasn't experienced the rejection of applications for her employees, but the process is becoming more strict. The government has begun to demand additional proof that this position is not as easily filled by an American worker. I asked for advice related to my situation. I'm about to graduate with Bachelor of Business Administration degree, and I plan to enroll into graduate program. I'm interested in potentially staying and working or owning a business in the United States once I graduate. If I obtain a marketing management master's degree, will it be hard for me to find a job that can be described as hard to fill specialty occupation? Laura advised me that if I decide to have a career in marketing, I should probably focus on the analytical side since communications and creativity related positions will have a harder time getting approved as a specialty occupation by the Department of Labor. She warned me that in case I wanted to be sponsored by a small business, it might lower my chances for approval since USCIS is asking for more proof of company's good standing in recent years. The small business that would apply to sponsor me would have to submit tax returns, proofs of good standing, and other evidence to support the idea that it will be able to pay me as a sponsored worker. At this point, I knew that getting sponsored by a small business would not be easy, but would still be possible. I went on to find out what qualifies a company to sponsor a foreign worker. The company doesn't need to be huge, employ a lot of people, or make a lot of money, but it does have to be a real legitimate company. It needs to be incorporated in a state in which does business. It has to have a tax ID number and an active payroll with typically at least 1 or 2 employees. The USCIS needs to see the foreign worker will have work to do. Company needs to show why they need H1B worker. The first step that an employer needs to do in the process of applying for H1B is to define the occupation and the job description to the Department of Labor. The LCA or Labor Condition Application is filled by company. The next step is to offer a prevailing wage in that occupation. LCA ensures proper wages and it protects foreign worker rights. The prevailing wage is defined as the average wage paid to similarly employed workers in specific occupation in the area of attendant employment. You can search for prevailing wages in different fields using the link in the description. First agency the company needs to submit paperwork to is the Department of Labor. The LCA is filed on iCert portal of the Department of Labor. This step should be completed by March 1st. In the first week of April, all of the necessary forms are submitted by employer to USCIS. At this stage, all of the new applications enter the lottery. H1B lottery is a random selection process to select the required number of H1B applicants from a larger pool to meet the H1B cap of 65,000 for regular quota and 20,000 for master's quota. Most of the applicants whose visa got accepted will find that out in June, while most of the rejection letters will be sent out in July. If admitted, the applicant's visa starts on 1st of October. After learning about the process of applying for sponsorship, I had one question left. Can you own a company that sponsors your H1B visa? Based on the information I found on CGM Immigration Law Group website, the answer is yes. Although the process is usually difficult and subject to increased scrutiny, it is possible. The process for starting a business as an H1B non-immigrant is very similar to the process for US citizens, with the exception that you must set up an entity that has control over your duties and your salary. In January 2010, USCIS released a memorandum that clarified the regulations surrounding entrepreneurship, stating that an H1B holder can start a business and also work for it, provided that a board of directors, CEO, or similar entity has the power to hire, pay, and fire the beneficiary. On the top of that, the H1B holder is not the sole proprietor of the company. The position in question must be bona fide, which means the company cannot have been started for the purpose of securing an H1B visa. The position must still require a relevant bachelor degree or higher. The company should have a business plan that includes the purpose of hiring qualified American workers. While doing this research, I expanded my knowledge on different opportunities, processes, and limitations related to H1B visa. However, my research also served as a reality check. I found out that some of my ambitions might not be easily achievable through this type of visa system. My aspiration to open a business in the United States and employing myself on the H1B might be possible on the paper, but has very slim chances in reality. Therefore, I plan on researching different options that might make my goal possible. By the time I have graduated, my options and goals will probably change and evolve together with changes in laws and regulations. I hope that this information is useful for people in similar situation as mine. Whether you would like to stay and work for a company in the United States or open up your own business, I wish you luck, and I would recommend you doing similar research and talking to an expert or a lawyer.